Welcome back to the El Pearly fragrance review channel. Today I've got something a little bit different. Not really a cologne review per se. You could see it as a review of three colognes, all the colognes in the JPG Beau line. I don't have full bottles, but I do have my little samplers right here. Today we're going to be comparing JPG Beau, JPG Beau Parfum, and JPG Beau Paradise Garden. So first off, all these are super coconut heavy. I'll go over how they're more similar first. All these are like really super kind of coconut heavy. I would consider all of them kind of leaning more male, but I could definitely see them being unisex, especially the original Le Beau and Paradise Garden. So just to go over what we've got, this is JPG Le Beau. This is the original. I've got like the tiniest amount left, as you can see. Released in 2022. The other two were both released in 2024. So this is the OG, the Big Daddy, right here, from the Le Beau line. Generally speaking, about if I don't think I've said their full name, Jean Paul Gaultier. I just shorten it to JPG most of the time, because I'm not saying that whole thing. What a name, right? When your name is that, you just have to like do something amazing with your life. I feel like when you're just named Gianni Versace or like Jean Paul Gaultier, like you just got to do something cool with your life. But yeah, just generally speaking on Jean Paul Gaultier colognes, they get a lot of hype from like the TikTok kids. I think sometimes they can be a little overhyped and not live up to expectation, but I don't think they're bad. Obviously, retail price on these is pretty nutty. That's why I don't have any full bottles at the moment. Resale price is pretty decent. Generally, I think you can get a bottle of Le Beau for like $80, $100 if you look in the right places. So not too bad. I do not consider Jean Paul Gaultier colognes to be scam water. I think generally speaking, even their weaker colognes are pretty strong. Ones that I don't enjoy as much, I think they're pretty strong. First up, we have JPG Le Beau. Like I said earlier, it is the OG. It is the granddaddy of this line. There is a few collector editions of Le Beau that I don't have. I haven't smelled, but they're pretty rare. So I'm really just going over the three sort of normal ones today. But JPG Le Beau, it is like a great summer vacation pick, honestly. I'm very nostalgic for this fragrance because I usually do wear it on a lot of my summer vacating outings and stuff, vacations, stuff like that. It's very inoffensive, like fresh, very coconut. It's got a very simple note breakdown, which I like. I believe it's literally just bergamot, coconut, and tonka bean. So it's very light. It's very light. It's very fresh. It's very youthful to me, almost exuberant. It's very like happy, like joyful. You're not gonna. It's inoffensive. It's very nice. It's just you're just a wall of creamy coconut. It's almost got a bit of vanilla to it as well. I think it is sort of more vanilla forward than its younger brothers. It might just be because the note breakdown is so simple. It's hard not to pick up that sort of vanilla scent from it. But I do like it for that reason. It's very light. It's very fresh. I feel like I've said that 3 times already. But it's kind of hard to describe, like, just how good and not cheap it smells. That's the thing about JPG colognes, is that sometimes, and just cologne in general, you don't always get the full sort of like breakdown until you really smell it on your skin, And as a lot of sometimes fragrance does smell different on your skin compared to your clothes, which, happy holidays, everybody. Check out our Christmas sweater. But getting back to the cologne review, JPG Le Beau, it is my favorite out of all of these. I don't have as much to say about it just because I haven't worn it as much lately. I do feel it is more of a summer scent. It is kind of out of place in the winter. I wouldn't really describe it as a very mature scent either. I wouldn't really wear it to your office job. To the club or to the bar, this is amazing. It's a very good compliment getter, but it's not. It's very youthful, like I said. But moving on to JPEG Le Beau Parfum. This is the sort of edgy younger brother of JPEG Le Beau, the Parfum. It is a lot more mature. It's got a lot of more notes than the original. So the original Le Beau, you'll see it literally had 3 notes on it. This has a lot more. Parfum switches it up quite a bit. As you can see, there is lots of different notes in here. Most notably, there's a lot more ambergris. There's a bit more floral stuff up top as well. Due to the kind of ambergris, I don't feel this is as unisex as the other 2 Le Beau siblings. This is pretty interesting, honestly. It's sort of a darker, more mature version of the original Le Beau. This sort of it starts out very aquatic, and then the ambergris, sort of darker notes, more floral notes sort of come out a bit later to it for me. But it does start off very aquatic. It does carry that aquaticness through the whole fragrance as well. Like I said, this is more of a mature version of the original Le Beau. For that reason, I don't like it as much. I do like it. I just don't prefer. I prefer the original to it, if I'm just being honest. But I do really like it. I do, like I said, I have a bit of a bias. I'm very nostalgic for the original Le Beau. So maybe I just need to let this grow on me a bit more. We'll have to see. But if there is anybody who is a big fan of this fragrance, comment down below. I would love to chit-chat with you about it, especially if you are a woman who likes to wear it. I think that would be interesting. But it's a bit more ambery, a bit more woody than the original to me, so take of that what you will. It's just more darker. Even the bottle is basically just the same Le Beau bottle, but much darker, which I thought was an interesting sort of take on the concept. Last up on our list is JPEG Paradise Garden. Honestly, probably my least favorite of the 3. Doesn't smell bad by any means. Note breakdown is a lot different to the other 2. Honestly, very unique. Does have a lot of green notes, watery notes, mint, ginger. The salt and the fig really are what stick out the most to me compared to the other 2. This fragrance is basically an attempt at sort of JPEG Le Beau but green. It's basically a green version of the original Le Beau, which I am not huge on that. I kind of expected it to be more blue than green, but it is more green than blue. And I don't know, the salt and the mint and the fig, it's not as bad smell by any means, but I don't enjoy the scent of it. I don't feel it matches my personality. I feel like it's more fitting for spring, summer. By the time that season comes around, I think I'll be wearing something different, so I might give this out as a gift or something. But yeah, I don't vibe with it. Decent cologne. I don't feel the projection and longevity is crazy for a JPEG cologne, which is very surprising because they're very strong, almost too strong sometimes. Just a couple sprays, you can like suffocate the whole room with some of their colognes. So it is kind of surprising to me. I fear I may have let my expectations got a bit ahead of me. I did read lots of reviews that said this was better than the original Le Beau, which is one of my favorite colognes, so I might have been putting too much expectation on it. Poor JPEG Paradise Garden. But I'm just not a big fan of it. If there's anybody in the comments that would like to disagree with me, we can talk at length about this fragrance. But overall, it's just not for me. If you like the note breakdown, then maybe you should go for it. Like I said, not crazy projection longevity for JPEG, in my opinion. Other colognes, yeah, generally pretty good value, overpriced at retail, but all cologne is low-key. But yeah, that was basically my breakdown of the three sort of Beau siblings, if you would. I've got my three samplers right here. But yeah, Beau original, very solid, fresh, grown up, fresh fragrance. JPG Beau is going to be the more darker, mature version of that, with a lot of amber and sort of heavier on the tonka as well. And Paradise Garden is sort of the green attempt at Beau. So yeah, that's about it. Probably going to try and have another little community post to see what we should do a review of next. Let me know if you guys like the video. If you have any comments, suggestions, anything of that nature, please leave them below. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Enjoy your ugly Christmas sweaters, everybody, and thank you for watching.